Hi everybody, thought I'd come back and do another video as promised to try to get the whole PupPak thing down. So last time I did a video, I really want to show how to install a PupPak as well, and wouldn't you know it, as per usual, PupPaks can be really picky. I've come to find, and quite frankly, I don't use a ton of them, but I would like to have a couple of them because they are fun. I mean, I just loaded the Guardians of the Galaxy one as well as the Iron Maiden newest table, and like they are so close to the original in the arcade. It was mind blowing. The Futurama one, same thing. That pack is absolutely amazing. So, I've been promising my kid I would get Transformers. You might have heard him in the last video. Promised I would get Transformers up and running, and by God, I would really like to try. So again, we've got our drop folder, which is assigned into VP, so that way we can just grab it in the drop-in assets here. And I've pulled up the assets I'm going to need. So we're going to just start opening a couple of tabs. Sorry, I always like to close some tabs so that I know I'm in the right place. And I sadly closed the one I need, but here we go. So I'm going to open up a couple of tabs of the elements that I know that I need to grab. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need a back glass. Not because I'm going to use it necessarily, but I do have to have it if I want my DOF to work later, which it's all about the DOF. We're going to need our ROM and then the PupPak. Now, one thing I did notice is PupPak's a little bit old. It was kind of interesting. This is for Marcade mod tables. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what that means, but what I can say is comfortably, I did not see that person's name in any of these details. So when I go on here, like if I don't see that name, then I kind of understand like, hey, that's probably not the thing I'm looking for. So we're going to download this table and get our VPX file going. Oops, sorry. Okay, sorry, that's just a duplicate tab. Cool. Here's our back glass with full DMD, but again, we probably won't be using much of that. Here is our ROM that we're definitely going to need. And then last but not least, and certainly not forgotten for this, the PupPak. I'll go ahead and grab that really quick. Boom. And that's going to be the longest download, unfortunately. So while that downloads, we can start our work. I've just been loading. By the way, I've kind of reconfigured a couple things I thought I'd share with you. So my playlist right now, I just have really four that I'm working with. Classics, middle-aged, modern, and then in testing. So when I first build a machine, I'm throwing it in testing. Then when I get back to the actual machine, I can kind of touch it and play with it a little bit. I start looking around, I start double checking, yes, is this working the way I expect it to? Is everything functioning? What needs to be fixed? And I can easily find those tables in my lineup, fix them, get them where they're supposed to be, and then get up and running. So just an idea of kind of what I'm doing there and why I'm doing it. So with that being said, we should have transformers. Here's our zip file that contains our VPX. We're going to hit that one first. Upload and import into Pinup Popper. You'll notice the lovely loading bar doing its job. Go, loading bar, go. Okay, here we come. Now, when the data info comes up, sorry, keep looking because I keep seeing stuff out my window. I'm just going to tell it, hey, I want to put this in testing. That's really it. All the other details tend to be correct. Score data tends to be correct. I don't have any comments or anything. I just want to put it in the right place for now. So we're grateful and we're happy. From there, I really like to install my ROM as I showed you in the last video. So let's grab our ROM. That gets imported into the VPX folder. Cool. Now, here's our PupPak. Here's our B2S. The first thing I will install is the B2S, and I apologize, that did not work only because I didn't have that successfully grabbed. So, okay, let's upload the B2S. Cool. Now we should have our Transformers back glass. That's right here. Now, I always hide my grills because I've got a real back glass machine. And in here, because we're not really using it, we're going to hide the back glass. We're going to hide the DMD and the B2S DMD. So we've got the backglass file now working, and it will still communicate with DOF, but none of the assets are actually going to be functioning. And that's because we want to load this with a PupPak. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go grab this PupPak. It's got to analyze quite a bit because there's quite a bit to be analyzed. Great, it recognizes his matching tables for the stern. That's always good news. If you get a match, typically it's going to work, is what I've kind of come to find over my time doing this and what brief time I have been doing this. It's just one of those funny things where, like, if VPin Studio can't recognize the PupPak and say exactly what it identifies to and what ROM it identifies to, the likelihood that you're going to be able to get that PupPak working drops pretty quickly to 0 if it doesn't identify automatically. So I'm really grateful to see that. That means I'm on the right place. I didn't grab the wrong PupPak for what I'm trying to do, and I can probably move forward and hopefully be able to complete this video and upload it. So as we're going right now, you see the PupPak's uploading. Machines across the house. I'm on my Wi-Fi network hanging out on my couch. Just put my son to bed. Things going well. If you hear a meow or see a cat in a moment, that's because the cat has no personal boundaries. No personal space. But if you come over here and she ends up on camera, her name is Mac and she's very, very sweet. You can find her on Instagram at Macaroni Adventure Cat. Because we like to take her camping and stuff like that, and people really resonate with a cat that just likes to go out and do stuff. So cool. Now we've got it. Now we need to go down to our PupPak install. We should be able to click reload and see now we have found it. Now on this one, I'm a little surprised to see the options aren't here. And this worries me a little bit. So we may not actually have it. Okay, there it goes. Cool. Now we actually have it. So when it's properly loaded and identifying properly, you will get this option section right here with this little drop down. Click that and you can take a look and kind of get an idea of what we're doing. So my setup, every one of them seems to be a little bit different, and quite frankly, it's a little uncomfortable because they're all named something different. They all do something different. Like it's very, very strange. So sometimes I feel like I have to try 1 or 2 different settings before I really drop into the setting that's ultimately going to work. But in this one, I believe that this should be correct. I have 2 screens. My DMD is a 16:9. I'm going to make the assumption that's it. You click that. You click apply. It's going to tell you that the existing settings will be overwritten. You let it do its thing. And now we have option 4 selected. So you go down here. It says that the DMD doesn't match. That's because we have it hidden. The backglass doesn't match because we have it hidden. And it's asking for additional assets. So as per usual, once I have that done, I really do need to go up and grab a couple things. Now, because I do want these graphics to be used for when the machine is not loaded. So I'm copying these assets just so that when I'm in the popper, I have the right element showing up. And then when you actually get into the game, it should drop into the PupPak for us. So we've grabbed those pieces. Come back in here. Of course, we need to continue to get all the things we need. So I need a loading screen. Cool. I just like having loading screens. I don't know what it is, and I'm sure somewhere in my VPin career, I'm going to delete them all or say I want to do something else. Some guys do such cool stuff with like seamless transitions and things of that nature, and I really admire their patience, but being kind of early in my career in the VPin world, I'm kind of just getting things put together and getting it where I want to. So really glad that all these extra things are kind of out there. Now I know that this is a mod of a JP Salas table, so I feel like that video should be appropriate for what I'm trying to gain and give a good demonstration what the table looks like, which is really just the whole reason why I want to have these videos. There we go. We also need to grab our wheel. This would be a good time just for me to go back really quick and double check. Does that look like the table I am trying to load? Ooh, bear with me. So one thing I will typically do is go look at the playfield art really quick and look. And it's like, wait, that doesn't exactly look like the table I thought I was loading. So never hurts. Just go back, take a look again. Maybe there's a different video that will meet what your needs a little bit better or look a little bit more correct for what you're doing. In this case, though, no, they all look relatively the same, so we'll just let it be. Anyway, grab Transformers wheel, and away we go. From here, we realistically should have all the elements that we need for a completed table. I'll go back here and double check my validations again really quick. They're going dismiss because we don't need all color. And boom, we are validated. Everything looks great. So now I can go test the table. And that's exactly how I personally install and populate my PupPaks. I upload the PupPak. I let the system do the work, rename all the files, put them in the right place. I just simply say, yeah, that is definitely the table that I want to upload that for. Put it in there, and then tell it which option I want to use. If I go test this table and I don't have the proper configuration for my personal screen setup, I will just come back in here and I will do this all over again. So maybe backglass and topper is really the one I need, or 2 screen with 4x3 or 5x4, whatever that might be. The 1x1, not even sure what that is. But ultimately speaking, it should get me in the ballpark, and now adjusting my PupPak option is as easy as clicking this, going down, and then clicking apply. So that's a lot easier for me to deal with. So far right now, we're doing pretty good, I think. I don't see the count of, 48 games and counting. So every one of these that's not in the testing playlist, so all but like 7 are fully functional right now, and my family and I are enjoying them. We're still building our cabinet kit with my buddy James, which should be arriving to me in about the next 2 weeks with the graphics and everything ready to go. Got some mounting to do, and then we'll be ready to rock. As always, once you're done with that, make sure that you come back in here, delete any additional files that were that table, and just get rid of them. So, by the way, as a total side note, and just as an extra bonus, you may want to check the description notes on here. I am a huge Deadpool fan. That's what started this whole thing, was I wanted a Deadpool pinball machine. And I love the JP Solis table. He did an absolutely outstanding job at remaking my favorite toy. But the rules seemed a little bit off. So as of recently, I have been turned on to a gentleman I found on the Reddit forum asking how to make the game a little more in line with the arcade. And he gave me a modified script for the JP Solis Deadpool machine. I will offer that in the link, in the description. Man, I'm sorry. In the notes of this video. If you are a big Deadpool fan, you like Deadpool pinball, and that resonates with you, and you're using it on a virtual pin machine, I highly recommend downloading this script and replacing it. It's not quite there even yet. Unfortunately, I really wish it was like spot on and had all the Spike 2 cool stuff and etc. But hey, I mean, it's a community driven project, man. But it got it a lot closer in line, and more importantly, it made the table a little less stuffy, strict, pain in the butt. It made the game a lot of fun again. When I started this journey, it was all because of the Deadpool pinball machine. I wanted a Deadpool machine, and my wife basically said, that sounds great. What happens when we get bored of Deadpool? Point well taken. In doing that, like I was very disappointed that the Deadpool rendition that I had access to in this world was not really close to what I expected. I'm here to tell you, it has been absolutely awesome to flip out that script and play my favorite machine again. And you know what? The rules aren't identical and it's not perfect, but dude, it's so much closer. The battles can actually be beaten without having to like scream and rage flip your table. Things light properly, bumpers work a little bit better. Like it's a great script. So I want to link you to that as just a bonus. I can't recommend at least trying it. You know, of course, using the VPin Studio, you can simply go down, back up your table really quick. That way you have a backup. So if you decide, hey, I don't like this new script. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. No problem. Restore your backup. You're right back to where you were, etc. But I think if you try it, you'll love it. Anyway, I really appreciate your viewership and you guys watching. If there's anything I can do to help you in your journey, please do let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you on another recording when I figure out something that I might have an edge on. We'll talk soon.